Hi everybody, this is Sister Omi, and I'm here to do the full moon reading for Pisces. Now this full moon is in the sign of Aries. You know, Aries is fire. And one thing I would like to caution with the full moon, it could bring us face to face with the consequences of our impulsive actions and our impulsive decisions. And how does that affect you, Pisces? Well, you know, you kind of content, you know, just existing in your own reality to a degree. However, where money is concerned, we have to look at where we're at. So during this full moon, I suggest the first thing you need to do is rethink our spending habits. And I'm saying our because I have Pisces in my chart. So it's rethinking spending habits. How is that going to affect Pisces during this full moon in Aries? So I laid out the cards, Pisces. First card here is 8 of fire. So we got an Aries moon with some fire. Now this 8 of fire is in reverse. Now upright, you look at these craters and they are erupting. So, you know, something could have been dormant and it just erupted, all 8 of them. And so what was dormant, quiet, or asleep has been awakened here. But this is in reverse. So there is no explosion at this particular time. So there may be a delay or an instability period or a period of rest and calm. But doesn't mean they can't go anytime. So maybe that's why I really need to rethink finances, spending, what is being done with resources. Now money could be a lot of things, well, yes, money, your resources, your money is your time, your emotional energy. This fire is primal energy. So how are you using your energy? Are you using it in a good way? Or are you using it in a way that's going to deplete you spiritually? Interesting. But then too, let's look at this 8. 8 itself, on a positive tip, 8 is authoritative, conservative. It's an executive number and has the ability to be religious. Now on a negative tip, this 8 could be greedy, power hungry, scheming. So really, how are we using this 8 energy? Are we going to use it in a higher form or in a lower? Being greedy, or are we going to be conservative? Are we going to be scheming, or are we going to use our authority wisely? Food for thought here, especially when we're talking about our resources. The first chakra I have here is the root chakra, which is what do we need to feel secure. What I think is interesting here, because this all, besides what makes us feel secure, this is our need for safety, sexuality, our actions. What do we need to feel grounded, our energy? So with that dormant volcanoes here, how are we using our energy? This root chakra, the solar plexus, this is also the snake, the base of the kundalini. So this is the foundation of everything. So this is something maybe we need to take a look at, right? So with this acceptance, it's an inability to see one's gifts. That's an indication here. You're not looking at your gifts, as well as the protection of the spirit guides, good luck, and increase in self-esteem and confidence. This is the spirit. Spirit's probably been talking to you. You're looking at this pie like something's missing, instead of looking at your gifts. And what's missing here is you're not really looking at all, like I said, all your gifts fully. You think something's missing instead of realizing you're perfect the way you are. You don't have, Spirit's probably whispering in your ear, you don't have to do all that to get someone to love you or care about you. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to be scheming and whatever. You look at some of the negative attributes of 8 to get someone to do those things. If you're going to be yourself, be yourself. And with this root chakra, this could be some repressed anger. You know, it could come out with addictions. Are you drinking, drugs, smoking, eating the wrong foods? Is, like I said, there could be some fears, insecurity. You have insomnia. Are you sleeping well? Because you don't want to get sick. So this also, and also with this card, it relates to greed for material things. You know, do you want that greed because you think people will love you more if you have all these things? Or is it just greed for the power? That 8 is a powerful number. I think that's kind of interesting that all this comes up with this. But definitely eat protein, root vegetables, and make sure you're getting enough sleep. And this is also ruled by Saturn. So Spirit is talking to you. Are you listening? Because you may be going over some lessons that you should have learned before. Wow. This is, I'm telling you, God, Spirit is so deep and so amazing. So if you're in some of these or feeling some of these things, or you're obsessed with money, things like that, like I said, it's like eat protein, eat some root vegetables, get enough sleep, do some yoga, stretch, and secure your base, like doing back and ab exercises. As life would have it, this is definitely, when they talk about that, I cannot stress enough to really work that base chakra, because this is the second chakra. You got the first and second chakra. Here, this is about passion, but at the same time, it's your feelings, your emotional needs. Do you set proper boundaries? Are you good at letting go? This deals with addictions. What brings you joy? How do you handle beginnings and endings? This also has to do with blood sugar, your spleen, ovaries, urinary tract. So this is an adrenal. So this is definitely about drinking some good, clean water. And what are your passions? And I'm not talking about sex here. I'm talking about what makes you want to get up, what makes you feel alive, what stirs your passion. This indicates creative focus and ability to ignite the passion necessary to manifest what you desire. This is focused emotion, can create anything, for it brings the gift of emotion. This is emotional discipline. Security and emotional discipline. So if you have repressed anger, maybe it comes out your emotions, talk aloud, yelling, don't want to hear nothing. So the root vegetables here. And with this card, with this particular chakra, should I say, this second chakra, this is good with like yoga, stuff like that. But at the same time, you know, this could be like you have like, I'm not going to say emotional. Since this deals with your emotions, how do you handle emotions? How do you react? Do you overreact? Are you obsessed with sex? And you could be prone to bladder infections and things like that. Do you have creative blocks, or is there a fear of commitment? Being able to have a good relationship, an emotional relationship. Like I said, sexual addictions, substance abuse, urinary tract infections, emotional mood swings. So here it's definitely about drinking. If you're on sodas, Let the sodas go. Drink more water here. Lots and lots of clean water. Eating oranges and fruits, salmon. And while you're rethinking your money plan, don't spend. Just spend on what you need right now. Secure your base. Secure yourself emotionally so you know how to go forward. Because see, this volcano is dormant now. You know, something could be blowing up later and you don't want it to come out in your emotions. Something could blow up your emotion. What do you need to feel secure? You spend it wildly, then hey, you can't, you know, you got to secure your base. This is about security here. Emotional outbursts. So something's going to happen. You're going to emotionally blow up. Or you're going to try to regroup here. This is almost like regrouping, using this fire. And it's going to be maybe a little tough with this full moon in Aries. Well, this full moon in Aries is really making you look at how you spend your money. Maybe this, with it dormant now, it's like keep it in your pocket as much as possible. And eat some root vegetables. Eating the oranges. Strengthening your foundation. What makes you feel secure? And that leads to true prosperity here. Be vigilant and receptive. A golden treasure may have more potential than meets the eye. So that 8, well, we're saying that's an executive number, so it's time to act like an executive. Tighten up on your resources. Actually, sit down and maybe look at your own gifts. Look at what you got to offer. And what gets you excited to get up and out the bed in the morning. And you're going to reach to your true prosperity here. This is about true prosperity. Now, money in the bank is good, but what is your true prosperity? It's really your heart. It's dormant now. Acceptance. Accept who you are. Accept where you're at. Because Spirit is with you. This is the base. Listen. This is about taking some time to be quiet. Make you a good pot of vegetable soup. And add in some like beets or potatoes and onions, some root vegetables. Because it's the season's changing. This is right after the equinox. So it's fall time. Pumpkin would be good. And that would be good because you got that orange here. What ignites your passion? Don't move around. Just do what you got to do and determine what those things are, and you'll have your true prosperity. So Pisces, I hope you enjoyed this. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. Leave a message. I love any comment. All comments are welcome. And again, Pisces, this is your full moon reading in Aries, and this is Sister Omi. Peace.